Okay, so here are the steps for obtaining ketamine as part of the ketamine therapy process. There's 5 steps, so let's begin. The first step is to really just begin the therapy process, the same as with pretty much any type of therapy. We review the risks and benefits of ketamine therapy. We go over any contraindications, any medical reasons that ketamine might not be good for you or your therapy. And we'll do some basics to make sure that you have what you would need for the process. That includes having a chaperone. Because again, the ketamine is going to be a remote process. So you're going to be, be over Zoom. You'll be doing ketamine in your own place. And so you will need somebody at your residence to, really just check in on you. After the experience, you might feel a little wobbly, you need to go to the bathroom, you need someone to kind of gently steer you in that direction or just bring you some water. So having a chaperone will be important. Also, you'll be checking your blood pressure before and after the session. So you'll want a blood pressure cuff or an app that can measure the blood pressure. All these sorts of things that we'll kind of go over during the session. But the main thing, the real first step is to kind of establish a therapeutic connection. Imagine that for the first time you're traveling to an exotic country, a place you've never been to before. You don't know the language, you don't know the customs, but you have a tour guide. If you really trust this tour guide, you're just more likely to explore a bit. Go to where the locals go. Try out some of the cuisine, kind of learn about the culture. If you don't trust your tour guide, you're just more likely to, keep it safe. Just stay where the tourists are, right? And if something weird happens, suddenly you find yourself in an unexpected spot, you're just a little bit more likely to, get upset and then really, keep it safe, right? Whereas if you trust a tour guide, you're more likely to kind of push yourself out of the comfort zone and really go into it with the intention of learning. Same process when it comes to therapy. So if you trust your therapist, you're just more likely to go deeper, go inward, trust the process. If something difficult comes up, it's going to be easier to process it, knowing that you can talk with the therapist about it, just knowing that there's somebody there who you can confide in, right? It really makes a significant difference, not just with ketamine, but any sort of psychedelic therapy process. So that's the first step. Second step is if we really determine that this is something you're interested in, I will go ahead and submit your information to a company. That company is what will provide the ketamine for you. I don't actually handle the ketamine. Basically, I work with a company that will reach out and do a medical evaluation, and if they find that you're approved for it, they will then send you the ketamine. Okay, so as part of this process, I'll need to get a release to provide their information, or rather to provide your information, and then they will be in touch to schedule the medical consult, which goes into the third step, which is to go ahead and schedule the medical consult. You'll work with a doctor, probably, again, over Zoom, and they will go over your medical history, your diagnosis to determine, if the ketamine would be appropriate for you. So when you talk about your mental health challenges, don't undersell your condition, right? If you say, oh, everything's fine, they're not going to send you the ketamine because you need a DSM-5 diagnosis. Generally speaking, the same thing that brings you into my office or our therapy sessions will also get you approved for ketamine therapy. So your generalized anxiety disorder, your major depressive disorder, all those things are generally will be approved for the ketamine therapy process. It might take a few weeks from when I send in your information to get that consult, but that's plenty of time to really prepare for the ketamine therapy sessions. Okay, so step 4 is upon approval, you will get the ketamine mailed to you. Generally, that takes about a week. Sometimes you'll need to sign for it, other times they'll just deliver it, but there will be a means to track the delivery So upon approval, they will send your information to a pharmacy, and then the pharmacy will mail you the ketamine. Okay. And the fifth step is you'll have those 2 doses. They'll send you 2 doses to start, and after that second session, they will reach out again to schedule a follow-up medical consult. And if, during that second consult, you really, you talk about how it's been helpful, you want to keep trying it, you want to keep exploring, they will then send you 6 more doses. So in all total, you'll get those 8 doses. And for many people, those 8 doses are really all they need. They see some significant gains, they feel complete, they're happy. Some may want some more, some may want to continue. Some may want to take a break for a few months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, and then go back into it. And if that's the case, if you have a third medical consult and they approve of it, you'll generally get 6 more doses. Okay, so these are all the steps to start with the ketamine therapy process. In the next clip, we will go over how to prepare for the ketamine therapy experience. Thank you.